So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 more Valorant tips and tricks that you might not know. But before we get into it, if you are new around here and you want to see more Valorant videos and guides like this, then I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. So there's a pretty cool Sage one-way wall that you can use on bind at A short. This wall existed way back in beta, but it got patched out. But there's actually a new way to place this wall that involves placing it during the buy phase. So during the buy phase, all you want to do is aim right at the barrier here, pull out your wall, and it will naturally be floating in the air just like this. And you can place the wall right before the round starts. And once the round starts, you have a pretty cool one way to see into short. This one way is especially useful if you know the enemies have been constantly pressuring short, but still, because of all the nerfs to Sage Wall, including the duration nerf and the health nerf, it's not nearly as useful as it used to be. Just something I thought all you Sage mains might appreciate. So here on Split, in the last tips and tricks video, I showed you guys a boost that Jett could use to get into the corner here above this door, but you guys were kind enough to point out that you can actually do this with multiple agents, including Raze, and you can also do this with a Sage as well if you get boosted on top of her wall. So to get up in this corner as Raze, all you want to do is walk into the corner here under the doorway, throw a blast pack at your feet, jump and boost yourself into the corner while holding crouch and W into the corner. So this is a pretty crazy off angle to peek ropes and the defender spawn. So as an attacker, you could use this spot to easily defend against the rotations from the defenders. Of course, this is also a great spot if you're just a defender and sitting up here as the round starts. This can be a great way to slow down or stop a rush. So for Sage, it's actually pretty practical as well, since you can use it to wall off the doorway into A heaven. Just boost yourself on top of the wall. All you want to do is jump and crouch into the corner until you're on top of the doorway. So when the wall breaks, you'll still be boosted. So there's a pretty insane trick that you can use to see through Brimstone smoke. So to do this trick, you need to be at a higher elevation than where the Brimstone smoke is placed. A very practical spot is right here on Haven at C site, and what you want to do is aim it so your Brimstone smoke is landing on the ground next to the platform while still making sure part of the smoke is going to be covering the platform. And you want to sit on the right edge of your smoke on the platform, and when you're in this position, you can see through the smoke and the enemy playing in long can't see you. Basically, the idea here is using the higher elevation that you stand on to peek through the outer layer of Brimstone smoke. This is an incredibly overpowered one-way that basically makes you completely invisible to the enemy. You can apply this trick to anywhere where you can place a Brimstone smoke lower than the platform you might be standing on. So over here at logs, you can actually do the same thing. Sit on top of logs with the smoke right next to you and use it to peek long C, and you'll be able to see anyone running up long C and they won't have any idea that you're over here. This can be incredibly broken if done correctly, so I wouldn't be surprised if this got patched soon. So something that I've been seeing a lot of high-level Sova players do is buy LMGs and other high-penetration weapons. The reason for that is because he has 2 abilities that really synergize with his ability to wallbang and shoot through certain objects. So obviously, if you scan someone with your recon arrow or tag them with your drone, you can go for wallbangs a lot easier with high-penetration weapons than most other agents. One spot that I've actually seen this work really well at is bind at A short. So what I've seen Sova players do is either shoot an arrow into short like this and scan people running up short, or use their drone out of U-Haul like this and tag people, or just get general info of where people are when they're pushing up short, and then you can just hide in U-Haul and spray through the wall. So as you can see, the bullets go straight through, and if you're aiming towards short, this will do some pretty good damage to the attackers as they push out short and start executing onto A site. Another spot where I see this strat utilized is on Ascent B site. So of course you can just shoot your arrow through B main, just like this, scan anyone who might be at the entrance of B main, and go for easy wallbangs. So anyone sitting in or pushing out of B main is a pretty free kill. So obviously Ascent B site and Bind A short are just two examples of this, but really this strat works great on a lot of different maps where there's cover that you can only shoot through with a high penetration weapon. So something that not a lot of people know is that you can actually silently bunny hop up elevated surfaces such as stairs or a ramp. Using this silent bunny hop trick, you can get up the ramp quicker than if you just silently walked up the entire thing. So to do this is very simple. All you want to do is start running towards the ramp, and once you're about to hit the ramp and start your bunny hops, you just want to hold down your shift key while you bunny hop up the ramp. So for example, here at Ascent A site, if you're trying to retake through heaven, you could do something like this. And you're up the ramp quicker than if you walked the whole way. So for comparison, here's what it's like walking up from the bottom of the ramp. And here is the silent bunny hopping method. Even when you're starting further away from the ramp, you'll see that it's faster. So like I said, you can apply this trick to multiple different situations on different sites, such as if you're retaking B Heaven on Split or retaking A Heaven on Haven. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tips and tricks video. If you did and you want to see more Valorant videos and guides like this, then make sure you hit that subscribe button.